What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome to a gameplay preview of Super Treasure Arena. As always, full disclosure, this copy of the game was provided to me by the publisher, and this game is out tomorrow, Steam, early access on the PC. It will be $7.99, but has a launch week discount at $6.39, and it is a overhead, or a three-quarter overhead, top-down, twin joystick deal, but it's not a roguelike. I know, shock and awe. It is a local and online multiplayer game. I'm going to hop in here for a quick local game first. You got two modes here. You got free-for-all and you got treasure run. I'm going to hit up the main mode here, free-for-all. And I'm going to join here as a warrior. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm going to join here. I'm going to add some CPUs to fight against in this match. And now I am ready. Basic dungeon map here. It's getting dark out, I know, I'm sorry. So, you essentially get the most coins to win. So yes, this is dual joystick. You've got your basic sword attack here with the right trigger, but you kind of want to go pick up stuff. And as you're here picking up stuff, you can A, shoot enemies, and B, shoot your CPU opponents. So it is both PvP and PvE, as you are in a race here to get the most coins. And so, that's what I'm doing here. He's got a shield, and that's not fucking good for me. We get ganged up on here. Oh shit, oh shit. Each character class has their own special ability. I want to say mine is a shield type deal. Yeah, that's my shield type deal. But I don't have a weapon now, so all I got is this damn sword. I got a shotgun, okay. So, I think this works perfectly fine when you're playing it like this. I will get into the issues I have as soon as I get into the actual multiplayer, although obviously I don't have anybody else here with me. And if I played it online, it would look kind of like this. So, certainly I can't go into what I would like to go into, because getting all of my friends in a room at the same time is a hassle. Let me tell you. Aligning everyone's schedule for a video, like, it took us, what, like 6-8 months to do that video for Gang Beasts? It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, but I will get into why that will be kind of a problem once I show you how that stuff looks. I do have more controllers plugged in here, so the maps go for a set amount of time. I would imagine there will be more access and more modes, considering it's entering early access tomorrow and is not out yet. Oh, I did all that work, and he took all those coins. You damn robot. You damn robot. You damn dirty robot. So, we're heading in here. I do like the look of this. I think certainly people perhaps might get burned out these days, considering how many games that look kind of like this in a dual joystick type genre. Although obviously most of those games, like say End of the Gungeon and what the hell's the other one? I can't think of the name. Nuclear Throne. That's the name. Games like that, you know, you kind of get a little bit burned out, because a lot of them are doing that, because games like Games like The Binding of Isaac sold a shit ton of copies, so certainly games will take inspiration from that. But this is not that. This is not a roguelike, so don't get your panties in a bunch. It is not another one of those. It is something different. It is much more in the vein of, say, a duck game, or, you know, any other number of local multiplayer type couch co-op, whatever you want to call them, genre of games, which I think are pretty fucking cool. But I'm gonna get all these coins, and we'll see what the score is, and who won the match. Guess what? It was me, because I'm a human, and they're not. And then it was back to the lobby, etc., etc. So, there's that, right? So, let me just touch on what local looks like with more than one player, right? I'm just gonna hit up Treasure Run here is the other mode, and I'm gonna say, alright, I'm gonna hit A to join on this controller here, be a rogue, and then I'm going to hit A on this controller here, be a mage. So we're going to hit A. I could not be bothered to get a fourth controller. So, head into the courtyard here, other stage. So here's the problem, right? This looks fine. Looks fine. This is not ideal. So, because the map scrolls and each player has their own spot on the map, playing it locally, maybe not the best idea. Only because, so for me, to play with my friends locally, we're all pretty far from the TV, and we're all kind of getting up there in years and need glasses and whatever else. So, being able to see your little ass guy in a fourth of the screen Like, we're not on N64 days anymore. Like, games like Towerfall and games like Duck Game and that kind of stuff works well because you're confining all of the action into one screen. But again, early access, I'm not going to sit here and judge it as a final game because it's not out yet. I mean, it's not finalized. It's not version 1.0 or some shit. But that's kind of my only real complaint with this whole package is the fact that local multiplayer, perhaps not the best, you know, for me and for my friends, you know. If you had, you know, a way bigger TV and you're all sitting up close to it, then perhaps that would work for you. But for what we do on this channel and my friends, you know, it's not really gonna work for us. Anyway, I'm gonna quit here, and the only other thing to show you here really is the online multiplayer. But considering this game's out tomorrow, it's not out yet, finding a game might be difficult. So I'm gonna hit Find Lobby, and I'm gonna choose the Mystic, and we'll sit here and wait for, you know, a couple of minutes and see if anybody happens to happen upon this game. But honestly, it's going to play out much the same that the other game I just played out, not too much different, because really that's kind of the core game. And I think the core gameplay is pretty good. It's solid. I think the melee stuff kind of lacks a little bit of an oomph, but again, early access. You know, I can't sit. I can only judge to you what I've played thus far in, you know, a very brief amount of time playing this build of the game. As you can see there, it is version 0.6.3 down in the lower right-hand corner. Alright, I don't think anyone's going to join us here, so I'm going to leave and just real quickly show you what the other mode looks like when you're actually playing it, which is the treasure run mode. I'm going to go rogue here, and we're going to go to the, I don't know, the throne? Last stage, the throne. Watch the throne. And so basically, you're carrying the treasure back to your little circle here in your home base, but you're still going to contend with enemies, and you can see there's, you know, a little icon for the treasure. You do have ammo on these different guns here. You see I have 18 more shots. It's not super clear, but it is there. It is there. And then you walk slower with the treasure, but you can still shoot your weapon. So that's kind of significant, but yeah, they will definitely come after you, and the enemies hit a lot harder than you might think that they would, so there's certainly that. But yeah, you kind of get in there, and then you can get, you change with the left and right bumper to shoot different things, but I have like 38 or 36 arrows left, and you know, it feels good. Like, the controls feel good, and I certainly, you know, enjoy games that are in the dual joystick variety. You can play with mouse and keyboard. I wouldn't really recommend it. Like, I wouldn't recommend any games that are dual joystick to play them with mouse and keyboard. But the option is there. You totally can. I'm not gonna say, you know, that you're not allowed, because, you know, I'm not the boss of you. But I'm gonna say, for your own sanity, perhaps use a gamepad. That might be a good idea. So just playing here solo. Don't play solo. This is not a game to play solo. Like, you know, you obviously bots are important, but if you sit here like this and play solo, all that's gonna happen is you're gonna win. So if you want that easy Steam achievement of winning, then by all means. But other than that, I'm not really sure what else to touch on. It's pretty, like, what's here is solid. There's not a lot here. There aren't, you know, a whole lot of modes, and there's not a whole lot of, you know, different options for those modes. It's kind of like, here are your two modes, and, you know, play them as you see fit, with your friends offline, or, you know, with your friends online. And certainly I would recommend the online more than the offline, and that is dependent on, people buying the game, so that remains to be seen. Who's going to buy this game, and if it's going to sell, because certainly, being in early access, you know, first impressions are important. So if you don't have a solid online community, and perhaps you don't want to deal with all the tiny little square of the split screen, then you might not be interested in Super Treasure Arena. But I'm going to keep an eye on it, as I do with a lot of these games that I get from publishers through early access and whatever else, to see where it goes, what they do with it, and how they expand upon a very solid base of this game. So, that being said, with 8 seconds remaining, I am your host, Attack Slug. This is a gameplay preview of Super Treasure Arena for the PC, out on early access, out on Steam tomorrow. Back in the lobby. I think it looks good. I think it sounds good, and I'm curious to see where they take it and what they do with it. But until then, and until next time, and as always, more videos every day. And I'll see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.